Hi, compassionate souls. In today's tarot reading, we're going to take a peek into your future married life, specifically what a cozy Saturday with your future spouse looks like. Will it be lazy mornings in bed? Cooking pancakes together? Movie nights in pajamas? Or maybe a little adventure out and about? Let's find out. This reading is all about comfort, love, and the little details that make married life feel magical. I'll be pulling cards for 3 different groups, so take a deep breath, choose the pile that calls to you, and let's see where future weekends have in store. As you can see, I have laid out 3 cards in front of you. So take a breath, tune in, and pick the group you're most drawn to. Your intuition knows exactly where to go, and then I'll see you in your reading. All right, my loves, let's dive deep into the energy of your cozy Saturday with your future spouse as a married couple. When I look at these cards, I don't see something flashy or over the top. I see something real, tender, and heartwarming. This feels like a weekend that's about being yourselves, about not needing to put on a mask or prove anything to the outside world. It's about love in its most natural and comfortable form. And now, these are the tarot cards that I got for you. 6 of Wands reversed, the Emperor reversed, Ace of Cups reversed, Page of Cups upright, and 2 of Pentacles reversed. The first card here is the 6 of Wands reversed, and this tells me that Saturdays aren't about showing off to anyone else. They're not about being admired, achieving something, or being in the spotlight. During the week, your future spouse might be someone who works hard, who carries a lot of responsibility, or who has to keep up an image of being capable and put together. But when Saturday arrives, all of that pressure melts away. They don't need to win anything. They don't need to be admired. On Saturdays, it's just you and them, tucked away in your little world, and that's all that matters. Now, with the Emperor reversed, we really see this energy even more clearly. Your spouse is likely someone who's very structured or authoritative in their daily life. Maybe they manage a lot. Maybe they're used to making decisions, or maybe they're simply the strong one that others depend on. But when Saturday rolls around, that armor comes off. You'll see a completely different side of them, softer, more relaxed, more playful. On Saturdays, they don't want to be in charge. They want to let go. They want to laugh, to be silly, and to enjoy you without any rules. It's almost like you get to see their inner child shine through. Then we have the Ace of Cups reversed, and this card speaks volumes about the love between you. Saturdays might not always be filled with dramatic romantic gestures, candlelit dinners, or grand speeches of love. But that doesn't mean love is missing. In fact, it's everywhere, woven into the tiny details. The way they make your coffee just the way you like it, without even asking. The way they curl up next to you on the couch and absent-mindedly play with your hand while watching TV. The way they pause to kiss your forehead when they pass you in the kitchen. These are not big, loud acts of romance, but they are deeply intimate, and they remind you that you are cherished in the most genuine way. The Page of Cups upright brings in this sweet, dreamy, playful energy. I love this card because it tells me that your Saturdays together always have a bit of fun and imagination. Your future spouse has this way of making you smile, even in the most ordinary moments. Maybe they come up with silly nicknames. Maybe they suggest watching a nostalgic movie. Maybe they start dancing in the kitchen just to make you laugh. They could also be the type to surprise you with small, thoughtful gestures, not expensive gifts, but little things that show they were thinking of you. Saturdays have this fresh, childlike joy to them, almost as if the two of you get to step into your own little bubble where the world feels softer, lighter, and easier. And then we see the Two of Pentacles reversed, which is such a beautiful ending here. This card shows that Saturdays are not about balance or multitasking. It's not about cramming in errands, chores, or productivity. In fact, Saturdays are the day when you both give yourselves permission to let things slide. The dishes can wait. The laundry can wait. The emails can wait. On Saturday, you both prioritize each other and your rest. It's your time to be a little unbalanced in the best way, leaning fully into love, connection, and simply existing together. Now, let me paint the picture for you even more vividly. A Saturday with your future spouse might start with you both sleeping in, wrapped up in each other, with no alarm clock dictating your morning. When you finally do wake up, it's slow and cozy. Maybe they wander into the kitchen first to make breakfast while you stay curled up under the blankets. You hear the sounds of coffee brewing, or the smell of pancakes wafting through the air. When you join them, they greet you with a sleepy smile that says, "This is my favorite part of the week, just being with you." Your day together might not be perfectly planned, and that's the beauty of it. You might spend a few hours lounging in your comfiest clothes, talking about random little things, or even sitting together in silence, one of you reading, the other scrolling or doodling, but the whole time, you're connected. Sometimes you might run a small errand together, like going to the grocery store, but even that feels like an adventure because you're side by side, making little jokes along the way. There's also a sense of playfulness that shines through. Maybe one of you suggests baking something random, or watching a childhood movie, or even trying a silly challenge just for fun. Saturdays have that lighthearted, "let's just see where the day takes us" energy. And when the evening comes, it might not be a grand date night, but instead, something simple and warm, like cooking dinner together, cuddling under a blanket, or stargazing outside for a while. And through it all, what stands out most is the ease. Saturdays with your future spouse don't need to be perfect to be beautiful. The house might be a little messy. The plans might be uncertain. But the love is steady, constant, and undeniable. It's in the laughter, the glances, the quiet moments, the silly conversations. It's in the way you both feel completely safe just being yourselves, flaws and all. So, your cozy Saturday as a married couple is not about doing everything right. It's about being present with each other, letting go of pressure, and allowing love to show up in the smallest, sweetest ways. It's real, it's tender, it's playful, and that's what makes it so magical. Thank you so much for trusting me with your energy and for allowing me to be a part of your journey today. I'm truly grateful to have shared this reading with you. What came through today was lovingly revealed by compassionate deities, your spirit guide, the angels, and the universe, all working together to offer you insight and clarity. Please remember, this reading is for entertainment purposes only. Life is always changing, and your path is shaped by your choices, actions, and the intentions you set. Nothing is set in stone, and your free will is your greatest power. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and above all, stay kind to yourself. This is a reading of a cozy Saturday with your future spouse as a married couple. All right, group 2, let's step into your cozy Saturday energy. Right away, I can tell that the kind of Saturdays you'll share with your future spouse are transformative, healing, and filled with little turning points that remind you just how far you've both come. This doesn't feel like a shallow connection at all. It feels like the kind of love that has weathered storms, grown through challenges, and now finds comfort in the calm of being together. And now, these are the tarot cards that I got for you. Six of Swords upright, Death upright, Nine of Wands upright, Wheel of Fortune upright, and the Ace of Swords upright. The first card we have here is the Six of Swords upright. This card is about moving into calmer waters after a time of difficulty. What this tells me is that Saturdays with your spouse will often feel like a retreat from the chaos of the outside world. It's that day where the stress, the noise, the responsibilities all fade into the background. It's almost like the two of you create this private little island together, a place where you can rest, recover, and simply breathe. Your Saturdays may carry this ritual of slowing down and grounding yourselves, almost like a reset button. Then we have the Death card upright, which is such a powerful energy. Now, don't let the name scare you. This isn't about literal endings, but about transformation and rebirth. What this shows me is that Saturdays are often days of change for the two of you. Maybe it's when you decide to try something new together, like starting a hobby, redecorating the home, or going on spontaneous adventures. It's also symbolic of the way your relationship grows. On these quiet weekends, you both let go of the stress or heaviness of the week, and you step into a lighter, more loving space. It's like every Saturday is a little renewal of your bond. The Nine of Wands upright brings in this theme of resilience. This tells me that both you and your spouse may carry some scars from the past, whether that's heartbreak, struggles, or responsibilities that weighed heavily on your shoulders. But here's the beautiful part. When Saturday comes, it's almost like a reminder that the battle is over, at least for now. It's a safe space where you both don't need to guard yourselves. Your future spouse might even show their love language on Saturdays by reassuring you, protecting your peace, and making sure you feel cared for. They'll be the type to say, "We've been through a lot, but now we rest together." Next, we have the Wheel of Fortune upright, and I love this for you. Saturdays with your spouse will never feel the same twice. There's this sense of surprise, spontaneity, and divine timing in your weekends. Sometimes, the two of you might have a completely lazy Saturday, lounging around in pajamas, watching shows, and eating comfort food. And then other times, out of nowhere, you might suddenly decide to go on a road trip, explore a new part of the city, or cook something adventurous together. Saturdays with this person are about going with the flow and trusting that whatever happens, it will be meaningful and fun. Finally, we see the Ace of Swords upright. This is all about clarity, truth, and communication. And what that tells me is that Saturdays will often be filled with deep conversations. Picture the two of you sitting on the couch with mugs of coffee or tea, talking about your dreams, your plans, your feelings, and even your fears. It's not always surface-level small talk. Saturdays are when you really connect on a soul level. Your spouse will love using these quiet moments to open their heart to you, to share their inner world, and to listen deeply to yours. It's in these conversations that you'll both feel that spark of intimacy, like you're building a stronger foundation every single week. Now, let me paint the picture of what a Saturday might look like for you and your spouse. You might start the morning slowly, with the curtains pulled back to let the sunlight in, and the two of you snuggled close, not rushing out of bed. Breakfast might be simple, maybe something like eggs or toast, but the real nourishment is in the laughter and the way you look at each other across the table. From there, the day could go in many directions. Sometimes it'll be peaceful, maybe a walk in nature, a bike ride, or a calm stroll through the city. Other times, it'll be exciting. Maybe you'll book tickets to something on a whim, or take a drive with no destination in mind, just enjoying each other's company. What never changes, though, is the sense that fate has a hand in your Saturdays, like the Wheel of Fortune card suggests. No matter what happens, it always feels right. Evenings might carry that death card energy of transformation. Maybe you try cooking a new recipe together, or you have one of those heart-to-heart talks that changes the way you see each other. It could even be about shedding the stress of the past week, sitting side by side and saying, okay, let's leave all of that behind and just be here now. And through it all, there's a softness, a gentleness that makes you feel like Saturdays are sacred. You'll look back on these days and realize they weren't just weekends. They were the threads that wove your marriage together, week after week, moment after moment. So for you, Group 2, Saturdays with your future spouse are about renewal, resilience, spontaneity, and connection. They're the moments when the two of you get to heal, to laugh, to try new things, and to fall even more deeply in love. Every Saturday feels like a blessing, a reminder that no matter what life throws at you, you always have each other to come home to. Thank you so much for allowing me to tune into your energy today. It's truly an honor to be part of your journey. Everything shared in this reading came through with love from the compassionate deities, your spirit guide, angelic energies, and the universe itself. They're always guiding you, even when things feel uncertain. Just a gentle reminder, this reading is for entertainment purposes only. Your life is dynamic and beautifully changeable, and your choices, actions, and mindset play a powerful role in shaping your future. The messages here are meant to support and empower, not define. Trust your path, be open to the magic of change, and always follow your inner compass. Hello, Group 3. Let's dive into your cards and see what a Saturday with your future spouse will look like once you're married. You received the Magician upright, the Hermit upright, Queen of Swords reversed, 10 of Cups upright, and 6 of Swords upright. This is such a beautiful, comforting, and magical spread. It shows that your weekends together will have this perfect balance between creativity, intimacy, playfulness, and deep love. Let's begin with the Magician upright. This card tells me that your Saturdays will often feel inspired, creative, and even a little magical. The Magician is about bringing ideas to life, so I see the two of you spending your weekends building dreams together. Maybe it's cooking a new recipe, rearranging your home to make it cozier, or even sitting down to brainstorm your future goals. There will be this strong sense of teamwork between you and your spouse, the kind of couple that says, let's make this happen, and then actually does it. Saturdays will feel productive, but in the most joyful way, where you're manifesting and creating together, turning your house into a home and your dreams into reality. Next, we have the Hermit upright. This card balances out that busy energy beautifully. It shows that your Saturdays will also include quiet, reflective moments. These are the times when you and your spouse shut out the outside world and just enjoy the peace of your own little bubble. I see mornings where you linger in bed, sipping coffee, talking softly, or even sitting in silence, comfortable just being next to each other. Some weekends may be intentionally slow, no rushing, no obligations, just stillness, peace, and intimacy. The Hermit energy makes your Saturdays feel sacred, like a retreat for your souls. The Queen of Swords reversed brings in such a tender message. Upright, the Queen of Swords is sharp and logical, but reversed, it softens. It's a reminder that Saturdays are your no-judgment days. This is when both of you can let down your guard. You don't need to be serious, polished, or perfect. Instead, you're free to be silly, vulnerable, and open. It's the kind of energy where you can laugh until your stomach hurts, wear your comfiest clothes, and not worry about being seen at your best. On Saturdays, You'll love each other in your realest, rawest forms, and that will only deepen your bond. Then we see the Ten of Cups upright, which is one of the most beautiful cards for love and family. This tells me that your Saturdays together will be overflowing with love, joy, and emotional fulfillment. This is the happily ever after card, the sense of being exactly where you're meant to be with the person you're meant to be with. For some of you, Saturdays might be about family time, maybe with kids, pets, or relatives around. For others, it could simply be the two of you, building your little world together, laughing in the kitchen, watching movies, or taking walks hand in hand. The Ten of Cups is the reminder that no matter what you're doing, you'll feel so full of gratitude and happiness just being in each other's company. Finally, the Six of Swords upright ties it all together. This card is about moving away from stress and into peace. It shows that Saturdays will feel like your reset button, the day when you and your spouse leave behind the noise of the week and step into calm waters together. It's the energy of exhaling, of feeling safe, of knowing that no matter how hard the week was, Saturday is the day you come back to each other and back to balance. Your spouse will be your safe harbor, the person who helps you feel grounded and loved no matter what life throws your way. Now, let's paint a picture of what a typical Saturday might look like for you. You wake up to soft light streaming through the curtains. Maybe your spouse brings you coffee in bed, or maybe you make breakfast together, something simple like pancakes or eggs, but made with love. The magician energy comes through as you both feel inspired to do something creative, maybe working on a project or even just rearranging the furniture to freshen up the space. There's laughter, teamwork, and this beautiful flow between you. Later, the hermit energy takes over. You might decide to stay home in comfy clothes, reading together, watching a show, or even just sitting in silence while enjoying each other's company. These are the moments where you realize how safe and at home you feel with this person. You don't need constant excitement, just the peace of being together. In the afternoon or evening, the Ten of Cups comes alive. Maybe you cook a meal together. Maybe you invite friends or family over, or maybe it's just the two of you sharing a heartfelt conversation over dinner. Whatever it is, there's laughter, joy, and this deep sense of belonging. And throughout it all, the Six of Swords energy is present, reminding you that Saturday is your day to let go of stress, recharge, and remind each other that love is your anchor. Saturdays with your spouse won't be flashy or over the top. Instead, they'll be filled with little moments that make life beautiful. The smell of coffee in the morning, the comfort of sitting close on the couch, the sound of laughter echoing in the kitchen, the warmth of a quiet embrace. For you, Group 3, Saturdays are about balance, the magic of creating, the peace of stillness, the joy of family, and the healing power of love. They're the kind of days that make you stop and think, this is exactly where I'm meant to be. Thank you so much for being here and for allowing me to connect with your energy. I'm so grateful to have shared this space with you today. The guidance in this reading came through with love and support from the compassionate deities, your spirit guide, angelic energies, and the universe, all working gently behind the scenes to help light your way. As always, please remember, this reading is for entertainment purposes only. Life is a living, breathing journey, and your choices, mindset, and actions have the power to shift and shape your path at any time. Use these insights as inspiration, trust yourself deeply, and remember, the universe always has your back.